You are having a great Thursday. It's almost the weekend, y'all. Yay! Sorry I missed yesterday. While we are waiting on folks to join, just reminding you that Cooped Up is my website. You can visit that anytime. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in all the social places. I would love a follow, particularly if you are on the Instagrams. That would be very much appreciated. And wherever you watch or listen to this, it is broadcast on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as rebroadcast in video and audio on the major podcasting platforms. So click the bell, click the subscribe button or whatever so that you can listen to me while you're out on your walk or whatever. So with that, let's get rolling. So like I said, hope everyone's having a good day. My day went by in a flash. Woke up this morning. I actually had to be somewhere, and so I did not get to get in my 2 mile plus walk this morning. The weather is nice, so I may still try to do that in a little bit. And then I had a lunch thing, and then I went back to my office. And hey, Eric. Hey, Mama. You beat my mama, Eric. I'll still put her first. I got new internet at my office today, and of course, it was a self-install appointment. And here is how it works with me. You know, I claim to be a technologically savvy person, although I'm learning as I get more and more into technology that is possibly not. It's a delusion. Let's just put it truthfully. So I still am a big DIYer. Love taking care of things all by myself. And so, so here's what actually happened. 3 nights ago, we're having some internet issues at the office, and I call up, and I wasn't there. I was here, and so they were like, "We can't diagnose it from if you're not there." It's like, okay, fair, get it. I was like, "Well, let's talk about my plan, though. Like, I'm getting offers from AT&T for a gigabyte of data for $80 and blah blah blah. I don't know what I have with y'all. I have Spectrum. I don't know what I have with y'all. Like, how's it going to work?" And they're like, "Oh, we can give you a gigabyte. Currently, you pay $80 for half a gigabyte. We can give you a gigabyte for $80." And I'm like, okay, so I've had half the speed for 5 years now, and I could have been paying the same for twice the speed. Yeah, you just needed to call in and check your rates. That burns me up every time that happens. Usually I'm like, fuck y'all, and I go to the other person, but I didn't want to mess with it. I just wanted to get it done, get the faster internets, all that kind of stuff. With my alarm system at the office, they did the same thing. I had Brinks. It was $55 a month. I got an offer from Ring, which is an Amazon-owned company, to buy a system from them for like $100. And it was $9 a month for monitoring instead of $55 a month. So I was like, that's great. And the Brinks one was acting up, and the Ring one is super easy, by the way. Buy it if you need a security system. It's fantastic. So I installed it, all that stuff. I called Brinks to cancel. They're like, oh, well, we can give you $9 a month after charging me $55 a month for 5 years. So now, $9 a month, that's fine. Like, bye-bye. You're not even all that great anyway. So, but anyway, so that was that. So the modem for my office arrived today. This is the episode where I'm going to talk about a lot of mundane stuff and try to make it seem interesting. Again, I do half of this for me to externally process and half of it for your entertainment. So the modem arrived today, and I installed it. And here's the thing: it comes with a 2-sentence instruction. It was like, download our app and follow the prompts in the app. Okay, so I plug it in, do all that stuff. I open the app, follow the instructions of the app. Step number 2 in the app was look at the instructions in the box for what to do. So they were like, don't look at me, look at you. Don't look at me, look at you. Yeah. So it ended up that I just kind of winged it. The app never updated or anything like that. It started working. Finally, then I went to customer service and chatted them up. And they're like, no, everything looks fine here. The internet is awesome, by the way. It's one of those now where you click it and it's like click, boom. Like everything is super fast. What's weird is I got it's like a 1 gig package, but then I did a speed test and it's like 2-something gigs for uploads or no download speed. So I'm not going to complain. So that's good. But anyway, that was my mundane day. And then I went and picked up my kids. Had a conversation with my graphic designer too about all the stuff that we want to do with the new logo. But I got home and there was a big box of stuff from Amazon on the front porch from all the stuff. So I was so busy earlier. This has been a busy. My number 2 in command is out this week, and also my manager of digital media has been in London until today for a vacation, and so I have been crazy busy, just handling stuff. Nothing big, just stuff needing my attention. But so I didn't have much of a chance to look at all of the Amazon early access stuff, and so finally last night I did. I started looking at it. And boy, howdy, I found some stuff. Not anything all that exciting. I'm not going to lie to you that it's all that exciting. I'll tell you the most exciting thing, though, I got. Do you see this? Can you read it? Cordless glue gun. This is a cordless hot glue gun. This is $20. I haven't even opened the box yet. I cannot wait to see how this works. Because, I don't know how often y'all use hot glue guns. I use them frequently because I am a crafty bitch. I'm a crafty queen. And one of my pet peeves, I'm opening the box right now. One of my pet peeves with hot glue guns is that the cord always makes the whole hot glue gun tump over. I don't know how much I'll do that, but you set it down and the cord is behind it and it's kind of janky. It knocks it over. And then you got it on there and you do all that stuff. So this thing supposedly is cordless. Ooh, it's got a nice weight to it. It's hardy. And it appears, okay, so this has a plug. It plugs in, a little USB-C plug. As per usual, it comes with the cord, but not the charger. That's something that's driving me nuts these days, folks. How about y'all? Does that drive y'all nuts, or am I the only one? Because then I got to go find a charger that I then share multiple devices with, or I just end up buying more. I really should have just bought more USB-C chargers yesterday. Hindsight's 2020. But it looks like this just sits in that. And I know, Mom, it's really nice. Thank you. And then you just go with it. Oh, but it uses, oh, man, I got to buy all new. I have a ton of glue sticks. It's little thin, itty mini ones. So I'm going to have to get the mini glue sticks from now on. Oh, that's a good starter pack, though. But I guess that's for weight or something. I don't know. It's got a tiny little tip. Oh, that's rubber so you don't burn your fingers off. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. This is mundane, I tell you. I'm guessing it has a power button on top. I'm guessing how it works is that it just superheats. And then there's no way it could continue to heat if it's cordless, right? That's just not possible. So my guess is that it superheats and it knows that you glue something and then you would set it back down in this in between things. You're not positioning, grabbing like that. That's my assumption. We will see. I'm going to keep I have actually a heavy duty corded one that I can use for things. Sometimes you just need corded things. I don't know. I prefer a corded screwdriver, electrical drill and stuff, because the cordless ones always tend to peter out at the wrong moment. So this one is Gonova. I've never heard of that brand before. $20. We'll see how that works out. So that is it. So this is one of my purchases. Yay. I gotta make something. Claire came home today saying that she wants a 3D printer. Some kid at her school has a 3D printer, and it was made this really cool dog that's got these weird angles and stuff on it. But I'm like, girl, you should have told me yesterday. I saw 1 million of those on sale yesterday. Sarah's saying it would make me happy if you would show us these items in the style of David Venable a la QVC. You just reminded me of something yesterday, Sarah. So I am a QVC fan. I don't even pretend to be a closet fan. I am a full-on QVC fan, not the fashion stuff, but I like all of the home stuff. I like the gadgets. I am just fascinated that they can talk for 40 minutes about something and just talk about features and the benefits and little stories and all that stuff, which I kind of do here, right? So at about 6 o'clock, we ate really early yesterday. I was starving, and my meal timer was telling me I was supposed to eat around 5:30. So we ate at 5:30 yesterday, which is really early for us. So we were done. Kids were cleaning up the kitchen. I sit down in front of the TV. I turn it on, and I guess I'd been watching QVC a couple of nights before. I don't turn on the TV very much. I personally, if I turn on the TV once or twice a week, that's a lot. I watch what everybody else is watching usually. And So I turn on the TV, and because I was wanting to watch Wheel of Fortune, but it doesn't come on until 6:30. I turn on the TV, and it was, or maybe this was at 7. Well, whatever time it was. It was on an hour. QVC comes on, and it's like, we have a surprise for you. We are officially kicking off our holiday coverage. So I saw the first minutes, and it was David talking about some nuts that they were, and they just talked about this mixed nut pack. Then I got distracted and I stopped watching it. But yes, so holidays, when QVC starts talking about the holidays, I am there for it. I have gotten this close to ordering a new Christmas tree about 40 times on QVC. Now that I'm not drinking right now during the week, I'm trying not to drink at all, but I'm sticking to during the week, most days during the week. It's been a long week. And I did celebrate losing 10 pounds the other day, which I think I gained back a pound after drinking from that. But anyway, I'm like, I don't drink, asterisk, read the disclaimer, except on Friday, Saturday, tough days, good days, fun days, bad days, all of the days. Yeah. So, yeah, I would be terrible in recovery because I can make up an excuse for anything. Anyway, so I've gotten this close, but I think it's because I'm not drinking that I have a lot more willpower that I will not buy it. So that was the David Venable. I think he is so funny and hilarious. I like HSN also. QVC is my jam, but HSN, they're the same company. But I also like that. And anyway, so what else did I got this. Okay, this is really mundane too. What do you think this is? This is a pen holder, but I'm going to use it to hold cords. Currently, I'll show you. Actually, I think it's in this bag right here. Currently, when I travel, I use. Well, where the hell did I put it? Well, that's odd. I use a blue tube pencil holder to hold all of my cords, all of that kind of stuff. And I have no idea where it went, which means one of my children got it, and it's sitting somewhere in my house. But anyway, instead, I got this because it's collapsible. So I can put some pins in there, and I can put this in my carry-on. And because I do check bags, I hate carrying on bags. I know everyone is like, it's so much better, blah, 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 blah. I cannot stand dragging my shit behind me. It drives me insane. Fortunately, we have status, and our credit card allows us and all that kind of stuff. And my credit card, if I don't have status, it reimburses me up to $100 or something like that. So I am spoiled about it, and I don't care about the waiting afterwards, all of that. I do not like carrying on big bag. So I'll carry on my personal bag, and I'll put my cords in it. So my headphones, and I use wired headphones on the airplane. I don't use earbuds on the airplane because if they fall off, you got to hunt for them, and I don't want to do that. So I carry a really nice pair of wired, I think they're Sugar Skull, Sweet Skull, something Skull, Skull Bone, something like that, headphones. So I keep those in there, and then this section here, this is the jam right now. Because right now I have this pen holder, and everything is really crowded in there, and I have to kind of either pull everything out or whatever. This thing, look at this. Da, 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 da. It expands. So, and plus it's flat, but I can put everything in there, and then when I want to look around in it, I can expand it, have plenty of room to move stuff around in it, and then when I'm ready to seal it back up, I just recollapse it. Oh, I know, this is my life. The next thing I want to get is I'm a huge packing cubes fan. I don't know if y'all are, but it saves so much time, so much energy, so much space, all of that. So packing cubes. So I have some old school ones that are it's just like mesh packing cubes, mesh on the top and not vinyl or nylon on the sides. And you pack those. You load everything. I can put 4 of them in my carry-on. They fit perfectly. Plus, then I can put my toiletry. And I have a toiletry thing very similar to this. It folds down 4 ways and then folds back up. Total granny thing. It's quilted. It's black though, at least a little sleek. But these packing cubes, I love them. They get thick though, but now they make packing cubes that collapse on themselves. So you pack it up and you pack it full, but somehow through the magic of zippers, I'm not sure how, but through the magic of zippers, it does the same thing. You just zip around the edges and it collapses it even more. So you can get 6 things full of clothes in there, which is kind of a waste for me because I'm actually a notorious underpacker. Like I am not one of those everything but the kitchen sink. I'm one of those, if I need it, I can buy another one when I get there. Like I'm not what if we show up to this, or what if we get invited by the president to go to do this or whatever? I'm not making fun of you, Eric. That just came out. But I'm just like if I need something, I'm like, oh, it's a great opportunity to go buy something. The only occasion that I may overpack, and I did do this, is if I go someplace where I don't know what the retail situation is like, or I don't want to leave the resort. So like Mexico, for example, when we went to Cancun, I packed every possible, like, what if there's a freak cold front that comes through? So I packed like a sweatshirt, all of that kind of stuff. Eric, I actually was not thinking about you when I said that. I was thinking about like, if you just get this random invite. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, oh shit, that sounds like I'm making fun of Eric. Because Eric is my friend who does get random surprise invites to the White House when he's in DC. As evidence last time you got, was it like the Medal of Freedom Awards or something? Yeah. He was, Eric. He was making funny. I am not that malicious. You know, my malice is accidental completely. But the and like when we went to St. Thomas, I like going to the Caribbean. Caribbean is beautiful. It's fun, all that stuff. The retail situation sucks. You never know what you're going to get. So it's my toiletries and all of that kind of stuff that I way overpack when I travel like that. So anyway, and here's the other thing is, you know, when y'all travel, I don't know about y'all. Here's the other reason I always check a bag. I don't like shrinking my toiletries down. I don't like bringing sample sizes. I don't like all of these things. Like I don't want to pare it down. Like it takes a lot to keep this show on the air. I don't want to compromise that, as evidenced by like my zits right now too. But I hope this is not caused by my diet. Certainly it's not, right? Certainly that is stress or busyness or bad sleeping. I'm going to blame it on, maybe it's like alcohol withdrawals. I don't know what it is, but anyway. But so I like having a big toiletry bag, which I need to pack. So, but here's my little secret. I'll tell you, if you have global entry or pre-check, you don't have to take your stuff out of the bag. They don't fucking check it anyway. If you have pre-check and you keep it in there, as long as it is not a gross exaggerate, you can't have like a big old tube of hairspray or something like that. But if it's just a standard size, like whatever, and it stays in your suitcase, I have, knock on wood, never been stopped once when I use the pre-check line for anything that's in my bag. Anyway, so Aaron wants to be Eric. I think that feeling is mutual some days. Here's the other cool thing I got. I got this. I haven't even opened this yet. Todd has one. I have not checked in with him how he likes it. Have you heard of this? It's called a Rocket Book. And basically, right now, what I use, and I still probably will use this most of the time, I use like this little journal for my little work notes. And it's a cute little SMU journal for my work notes. And this one's refillable, which is great. But like when I'm taking meeting notes or calls or stuff, so that I know where everything is, right? I'm trying to go to a more digital place, because I also like, I'll take a photo of this and send it to people on my team so that they have the same notes that I do. Because sometimes I hear things that people don't, because I'm the boss. So I got this, and this is where you basically write on this. I'll just open it up. You write in this book, and I tried using my iPad for note taking, and it's okay, except I have to write really big. It's like too bulbous using the stylus, which I still use a lot. But so this Rocket Book, so effectively it is a book. This feels just like paper. It's a little glossy, but it feels just like paper. And you use what's effectively a new version of an Erasermate. It's made by Pilot, and it is a Pilot Friction pen. It's just a regular old pen. I can use this for whatever, but it is water soluble. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's for erasing or what. It's water soluble ink though, but it fuses, and then until you wipe it off, it stays on. So you write in this book, and then you use the Rocket Book app, and you take a picture of it, and it converts it to like real writing, and you can store it in like Google Docs or Evernote, your email, Slack, OneNote. Todd uses OneNote. I use Google Drive, iCloud, all these different things. And it's organized, and there's even little symbols that you can check that it automatically like puts it in certain folders and such. I am excited about this, and it's small, which I like. And so you can always just be able to pull it up on your phone or your iPad or whatever to find the notes that you took too. And it's somehow using like character recognition, OCR, optical character recognition, I think is what that stands for. OCR right there. It knows your handwriting and it figures out what you wrote. I'm very excited about this. They even have note cards like this, which I think is, I don't know how I would use the note cards, but that is, and it comes with a little thing, little pen. So a lot of this stuff, by the way, was on my Christmas list on Amazon, and it was on sale, so I bought it. And I feel sad now for people who were wanting to buy me these things on my Christmas list, because my Christmas and birthday are right next to each other, so it's extra hard. Sarah says, love those. My college-age kids use them a lot. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. And I am a big writer of notes. I have people who type tippy-tap during meetings. It drives me insane, one. And I actually don't feel that I retain the information unless I write it down, because I have kind of a photographic memory about things that were said in meetings, even though I have a shitty memory otherwise, if I write it down. So it's from you being ugly and making fun of Eric. Your face is angry at you. Yes, I know. This is like hateful boils is what it is. Thank you, Monica. And what else did I get? Oh, I've already started Christmas shopping. My sister is my inspiration on that. I bet, Monica, have you finished Christmas shopping yet? So I got Todd a Christmas gift already, which I need to wrap before I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it and put it out and I already have a Christmas tree up. It just doesn't have decorations on it yet. Put it under the tree, and I bought a gift for Claire. It's kind of a gag gift, but I bought it too. I need to wrap both of them so I don't forget. I am the worst about buying gifts in advance, like squirreling them away somewhere so people don't find them. And by people, I mean I don't find them either. I forget that I bought them. I actually keep a list on my Google Keep now, which I keep up on my second monitor at all times. In Google Keep, can this do Google Keep also? I hope so. In Google Keep, I keep a list of things that I bought for people and gift ideas and all of that stuff. Monica is amazingly perceptive today. She has her days. She was just visiting me. It rained. It rubbed off on her. And then I don't have it with me because I already put it downstairs. I bought a chandelier for my laundry room. We have like this super utilitarian, like halogen light that's a bazillion degrees in there. The room has 2 windows on 2 sides. It does not need any light, and I'm not planning to fold clothes in the dark in there. But my whole thing is, if I'm going to spend like an hour and a half, 2 hours on a weekend folding clothes in there, I'm like, I want it to be pretty. So I put in a barn door. I built a barn door, and I put that in a couple of weeks ago. Well, I built the barn door, got it. I came up with the idea of that. Todd hung it. And then I'm like, I'm going to switch it out. Todd comes back tomorrow, and he's going to be like, what in hell? Why is there a chandelier in her? It's just a wooden bead chandelier with some tassels on it. I was like, I just think if I'm going to be in there for 2 hours, it should be pretty. Like, I want it to be a pretty place. I painted it when he was gone one time and hung black and white photos, because it's also where our dogs live. Hung black and white photos of our deceased dogs, so that they're all there. Judy is saying, is it hard to install a chandelier? I love the idea of it is not. You know what? Installing new lighting is actually really, really easy, and you don't have to worry about electrocuting yourself. As long as the light is turned off, no power goes to the light, so you're fine. That is, if it is, well, I think that's all light. I think that's whatever. It's either on or off, right? So I don't worry about the breakers as long as it's turned off. I just make sure the kids don't come in. You just unscrew it. You just have to have little nuts that come with it, and you just twist them together. And then most chandeliers and kind of heavier light fixtures have a thing where you can kind of hook it on while you're assembling the wire part, and then you just with one thing put it up. So I'm going to try to do that tonight, because Todd Todd is in bed right now, but it is probably like 1 a.m., maybe midnight. Hey, Google, what time is it in Munich, Germany?
The time in Munich, Germany is 11:59 p.m.
Okay, so it's midnight. It's midnight, and so Todd's probably in bed by now. Although he called me the other day, and it was 2:30 in the morning Munich time. I'm not going to say he was drunk, but he was definitely not sober. He had been out doing karaoke with some of his coworkers in Munich. And he sang, what song did he sing? Oh, He Wouldn't Do It. And they challenged Trish, if you're watching this, I know you what Todd, she works with Todd. I'm not sure you're supposed to know all of this. I've always had to be real careful about when I talk about his work. But he went out, I'm sure he'll tell you. So he didn't want to do, he wanted to go with them, but he didn't want to do it. And it was one of these little karaoke places where they have like little private karaoke rooms. So like 10 people can do it in there, and it's just your group, no strangers. And I think we have one that just opened here in Bishop Arts too, like that. But anyway, so they instead picked a song for him and made him sing, and it was "The Day the Music Died." Bye Bye Miss American Pie. I think that's what it's called. The Day the Music by can't think of it. Bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. That song, which by the way is like a 7-minute song. So Todd had to sing that song in front of his coworkers. Well, he didn't have to. Todd, like, I'd be like, no, I said I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Todd is like, okay, I'll do it. He's much more, he is much more of a team player when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, I said what I said. That's my opinion on things. If you buy me a shot, I promise you, I do not drink shots. Nothing good happens after a shot is taken. If you buy me a shot, no amount of peer pressure is going to make me take that shot. I may make you think I drank it. 9 times out of 10, the person behind me is wearing the shot because I've done this, or I dumped it on the floor. I've like that, or dumped it and then pretended to drink it. Yes, especially it really works if everyone is taking like tequila shots at the same time, or you do this the whole thing. I do that and then I throw it. So. My mother has that album. Yes, American Pie by Don McLean. Yes, that is the song. That is what he sang, which is a really, really, really long song. Eric is saying, you have children. Why are you folding clothes yourself? Mainly because I like them to all be uniform. Like they go in the drawers better and the shelves and all of that better when they're uniformly folded. Also, I actually find folding clothes to be very, Todd hates it. Todd will not do anything of it. I actually find folding clothes to be very meditative. Like it is a good task, and it's not a lot of brain power, but it's just a very like calming task. So, like that. So, is Todd a good singer? I bet he'd be a lot of fun at a karaoke venue. So Todd is one of those people who people don't know how to read him at all, and he's very standoffish until he is not. And then once he is not standoffish, he is all in on stuff. Now, I wouldn't say he's a performer like me. Like, I'm not a very good singer, but I commit to the art of karaoke, and I commit to the performance. And so I am dancing, I'm doing all this stuff. He does not. Although Todd, I will tell you, Todd is a terrible karaoke song chooser, picker, whatever, because he will pick. Like, he would have picked American Pie himself. He did not, and it's like a long-ass song, repetitive, and all of that. I try to get in and get out. Like, I want you to barely realize I was there because you were laughing so hard, and then you're over. So I pick songs like Kanye West, Gold Digger. That's one of my go-tos. Hey Ya by Outkast. Salt and Pepper Shoop. That is always on the list. Xanadu by Olivia Newton-John. That is always on my list. I'm trying to think of a couple of others. Todd, one time for his 40th birthday, we had a karaoke party with a bunch of friends at this bar called Barbara's Pavilion. And isn't that a lovely name for a gay bar? Barbara's Pavilion. It's here in our neighborhood. And so Todd picked Get Lucky, you know, that song that's, I don't know who sings it. I'm up all night to the song. I'm up all night to the song. I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. It does that. It is also like a 6-minute song. So hard. Eric the Snob says, I'll ask my housekeeper folding clothes. is calling for her. Yes. So anyway, now my mom is singing American Pie. I thought that song was called The Day the Music Died or something. Am I thinking of a different song that has a different line in it? But I guess American Pie sounds right too, because it is Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Why wouldn't it be called Bye Bye Miss American Pie instead of just American Pie? Gold Digger is one of the songs videos I watch on YouTube. I know every word to that song. So I also only for karaoke. Here's another key to karaoke. If you can do it and know all of the words to the songs before you get up there, it is so much easier to perform a song to karaoke if you already know the words, or at least mostly know the words and just need some prompts, versus singing a song that you are unsure of the words to and you have to read the screen. That is the worst. Like, you need to be able to get around and dance and know the words. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off is also one of my songs. Yes, Daft Punk, Get Lucky, Judy. That is the song. And I think Pharrell Williams is on that. Happy, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. That is also one of my karaoke songs. Although I'm trying to think, is that Happy? Is that what that song is called? I can't think of it now. Sorry, that was driving me insane just having that flitting around right there. So, and the last thing I had to talk about real quick while I've got you is if you live in Texas, and I learned that this is a Texas-wide problem today. I did not realize. So Neil Sperry, who has this column, Old People Read, it's about like gardening, horticulture, all that kind of stuff. I thought it was just a North Texas problem, and I specifically thought it was just our part of town because we have so many pecan trees. Everything is sticky. Everything is coated. And what I thought was sap, stickiness, all that kind of, the driveway looks wet. You walk and you're because you're sticking to the ground. We're no longer wearing shoes in the house because if you wear them in the house, you bring in all that stickiness and then the floor gets sticky, all that kind of stuff. So here's what I learned about it. And I already knew some of this before, and I may have talked about a little bit about this before, but I learned today that it is a Texas-wide problem, and it's mostly affecting pecan trees, but it's affecting other trees too. And what is sticky, this is going to gross you out, people, it's aphid excrement. It is the poop and pee of aphids. It is not sap. So if you say, I've got sap all over my car, you are delusional. It is not tree sap. It is the little bugs that are the size of a pinhead eating on the leaves and then pooping and peeing down on your car and on your sidewalk and on your head and on all of that kind of stuff. Like if you look out at our yard, it looks like it's drizzling sometimes. You can see it glistening in the sunlight. It is poop and pee of these bugs. Lovely topic, right? Fortunately, and it's covering our trash cans too, so and your hands are sticky afterwards, covered in aphid poop and pee, and you don't want to touch the door handle, and heaven forbid you touch your face. But it is highly water soluble. Like it just goes away with water. So that is the plus sign. But the problem is we have not gotten any rain in forever, but we are finally getting rain, a large chance of rain on Sunday. Yay! I'm excited about that. So, anyway, so the rain is going to wash all the poop away and the pee. My guess is that bugs are kind of like birds where they don't actually have poop and pee separate. They just do it all. Birds, they poop and pee out of their butthole, and it's all the same thing. It's all, whatever that mix is, it's just their poop and their pee. It's their SAP, shit and pee, yes. I could have done with that, this mystery. Always learning something. Always learning something. So anyway, well, that is all I have today. I went over time. Again, I always think I'm not going to have enough time or enough topics to talk about. I always do. So with that, I love you. It's important to know you were loved. I'm going to say bye. It's important to know you were loved. I love that you watched this. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and I will see you tomorrow, Friday. I don't think I have to pick up my husband at the airport. I think he drove himself. I need to check the garage if his car is in there or not. I can't remember. So I should be here tomorrow at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say? Talk to you later. Bye. And by the way, I will not be posting this episode on audio platforms because there was too much show and tell going on. Talk to you later. Bye.